Welcome back everyone. Lorcana here, and we are very excited as we have just received the first 12 cards leaked from Chapter 2 that is releasing in early December. We will be reviewing together with you those 12 cards and see how they fit the current meta. So let's get started. Our first card is a beast. It's Bell Hidden Archer, and she's packing quite the ability. So the idea is that every time she's challenged, the opponent has to discard everything in their hands, which means they get left with nothing. She has 3/3 stats, which is pretty okay for Emerald. She costs 5, but has a shift ability to be played early. And if she's left alone to just quest, you gain 3 lore per turn. Overall, it's a pretty strong card, but at the same time, Emerald right now has 2 other cards in that category, Mad Hatter and Cusco, so I'm not sure if Bell will find her way in, or something needs to be squeezed out. For now, I think Bell probably needs to go on the A tier, but we will see when we get more info about the new cards, if we need to change that. Our next card is Cinderella, and oh my god, is this a good card or what? So first of all, she's packing a really good 5/5 stats. You get to shift here if you have a Cinderella already in place for just 5 cost, and she reduces any damage receives by 2. What is really interesting about this card, however, is that if you manage to play a song, she can already challenge any characters that are rated but not exerted, which is pretty much against all the basic rules of Lorcana. The biggest deck right now in the meta is this Steel Amber Sync deck, so I'm pretty sure this card will find its place there, and it's definitely an S tier card. Next on our list is Dinner Bell. So it's a ruby item card. For 2 ink per turn, you get to destroy one of your own characters, and then whatever damage has already been dealt to that character, you can draw in cards. Meaning that they will have Maui in place, and he received 4 damage already. We can banish him and draw 4 cards. So the card draw potential here is really strong, but at the same time, ruby is typically paired together with purple, meaning we don't really need that much more card draw, and then the banishing aspect is really not good. Okay, so next on our list is another Elsa card. I think they have printed like 3 or 4 already. And this one, I don't think it's particularly good. She has 3/4 stats for 4 ink, so 1 less than its other counterpart that's already not used anywhere. And she gets the plus Challenger 3, but is pretty much not relevant in the current meta. So, really bad card, goes straight to D tier. So we got our first Sapphire card, it's Gaston, the intellectual powerhouse. I have to say that the artwork on this one is like simply amazing. It looks like Gaston has created this entire plot to overthrow the village or burn it to the ground so he can marry Belle. So the card is very comparable to Robin Hood from the current set. You can either play him for 6 mana or set him for 4. He quests 1 more, and instead of drawing 1 card, you actually get to pick one of the top 3 from your deck. The disadvantage is that he doesn't get this evasive ability that Robin Hood has, but I think in the current meta it's pretty much inconsequential and it doesn't really matter. Next on the list we have Merlin the Shapeshifter. So this seems like an extremely mediocre card. It only has 1/5 in stats. You need 4 ink to play him, and he seems to have this real nice ability that every time a card is returned from play to your hand, he gets 1 extra lorn just for the turn. So unless Lorcana has printed many cards that benefit this ability, it's a straight D tier for me, so extremely situational in any case. Next on the list we have none other than the boss himself, Mickey Mouse friendly face. And I have to say he seems pretty friendly opening the door for us. So he's a number card, costs 6, really bad stats 1/6. He can quest for 3 lore, which is really good. And every time he quests, we get to play pretty much one of the Amber characters for free or near free. I think the main issue with Mickey Mouse that I say that he's competing for the same spots with characters like Stitch, that are used for card draw, or Moana that is used to ready the other princesses. And I think tempo at 6 cost is not exactly the biggest problem for Amber right now, so I cannot really imagine Mickey Mouse fitting too good in the current meta. Still a decent enough card, maybe it's included somewhere, but I think we'll put it on B tier. Next on our list, we seem to be getting a new version of the Evil Queen that is a bit less evil. She has 4/3 stats, which for a 5 cost card is not that great. She can quest for 2, and every time she quests, she enables a really nice trade between us and the opponent, where they lose 4 challenging power and we get 4 challenging power for that turn only. So she also has a shift 2, meaning probably they're also operating a 1 cost queen to pair this one with. So if that is the case, this is a very good card, but if you do not manage to get it early on, I think it's a pretty bad card, which is why I will be placing it at tier C. Our next card is Raya. This is actually from a Disney film I haven't seen, but this seems like a really bad card. She's a 5/3 for 4 cost, which is like a worse version of Scar, so unless they actually print something to get her stronger, I don't think she will see any play in the current meta. Now the next card is a really interesting one. It's an item card, and for just 1 ink per turn you can get 1 lore without even needing characters. So in my view this will fit really nicely with a lot of decks out there, but it remains to be seen how the meta shifts and if more cards like Beast enter play. But for now, it's definitely an A tier card. For our next entry on the list we have Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. I have to admit that the artwork is again really nice. It's really cool to see how Winnie the Pooh would have been if he was born a wizard, maybe in a future Kingdom Hearts game maybe. But as a card I will have to say this is a really bad card. It has 5/5 stats for 5 cost and can quest for 2. And for purple this is on the same tier as the Evil Queen, which for 1 less challenging power she can also draw a card if you exert her. So I don't think Winnie the Pooh will find any competitive advantage in any deck, so probably will be skipped out. For now it's a straight D tier for us. And for our last card we have From Zero to Hero from Hercules. It's a song that you can play essentially for free, assuming you have a character with 2 in play. And for every character you have in play, you essentially discount your next character by that much. So if you have 4 or 5 characters in play, you get to play one for free, or choose out a really expensive character or a really small amount of ink. So I think it's a really decent card. I'm not sure if it will fit the current meta. I'm a bit torn between A tier or B tier, but I think in the end it's more of an A tier card and remains to be seen. And there you have it, folks. Don't forget to subscribe for more regular Lorcana content, and let us know in the comment section below which is your favorite card and why. Until the next time.